A very good evening, everyone, and welcome once again for the Dynamixx Winter Series Cup. This time it's for the third round of the championship. First, we have visited the track in Florida, where the 24 hours took place last weekend. Daytona, then last race, beginning of this month, we were at Suzuka, and now we are at the legendary historical track Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Once again, I am, of course, accompanied by my dear colleague Ronald Mons. Welcome, Ronald.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Jean, and nice to commentate again with you. And this time we are in Belgium, and it looks like a sunny day in Belgium, at least in the virtual world. In the real life, it's winter and it's less sunny, but a good thing we can have some sun in the virtual world as well.
Absolutely, 22 degrees Celsius with a track temperature of 39 degrees. So it's definitely a good day for Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. You don't usually see those weathers when you visit the circuit. Most of the times I visit it, it's like every season there exists on one day.
Yeah, it is indeed a track that's known for weather changes. Not only just for the whole track. Sometimes you can have some rain in let's say in Brussels or somewhere else, and then another part of the track can be dry as well. But in iRacing, no rain, and it is coming for a long time already. But I've seen some settings. iRacing showed us some settings you can use when rain is will be active, and it looks promising. So still something to look forward to. Just as the race of tonight, again something to look forward to. We have at the moment 23 drivers, so that's a nice grid to start and have a good race.
Indeed, but just a little bit less than last time. Last race we were with a full grid of 30 drivers. This time a little bit less, but that doesn't mean that the racing will be of less quality, of course. And talking about the racing, the championship is being led at the moment by Sim District by Vibe Esport with 83 points in total, thanks to the amazing performance of Olivier Biltink with a two-time win. Of course, they are followed quite closely by Flemish Sim Sports Red. That's Maarten Deeks and Maxime Robroek with 73 points. So only a 10-point difference. That means that the battle for championship continues. No drop rounds, so it'll all be about the racing.
Yeah, and as you mentioned yesterday, because we commented on another race as well, it could well be that some of the youngsters have to study and can't race, or are not allowed to race. So that could be an explanation of why we are missing some cars. But still, 23 cars, that makes a grid that's perfect for a race at Spa with GT3s. So looking forward to this one again.
Yes, me as well.
Yeah, as we all know, Spa is a difficult track to set up your car, especially with these cars. Are you going for a lot of downforce, less downforce? It's not an easy track to set up the car for.
No, absolutely. It's the top speed is incredibly important, but you don't want to lose all the grip in the corners because there are some very fast speed corners, just like Blanchimont here. As we are watching Guus Franke for the Vortex team, formerly DB RPM, but mid-league they decided to change it to Vortex.
Yeah, and we saw he went a bit wide, and then there was a bit of a snap in the car as well. So indeed a tricky corner, especially on cold tires. So the first lap, two first laps will be very tricky. And not easy as somebody in front of you makes a mistake and starts sliding. It's not easy to avoid a crash, because when you're engaged into the corner, then it's very hard to turn the
Yeah, absolutely.
wheel very aggressively, because once you're into the corner, you have to stay in there and don't do crazy things with the wheel. So it will be a tricky first couple of laps probably.
Yeah, absolutely. Luckily, the start at Suzuka last time was super clean. No incidents in the first few laps. Oh, just as we watched one of the cars standing still in the gravel trap. But when something happens in Spa-Francorchamps in the first lap, it's usually after Radillon, and
Yeah,
that's something that could be very fatal for the race.
yeah. But as we look at the grid, all of them have quite some experience, so they know Spa. They know what the dangers are on this track. So I'm guessing everybody will keep that in mind as well, especially during the start. So I hope everybody will get a clean getaway, and that we are in for some very nice racing, as we are used to like the previous rounds as well.
Yes, absolutely. Right now we are watching Glenn Grondelaars, who's still on track, driving for Digitrack Sim Racing Team. He's also good in quite good place in the championship, as he has currently the third position in the drivers' championship with a P4 in race 1 and a P3 in race 3. So I'm expecting some good racing for him, since this might be, yeah, if he finishes P7, that will be the same qualifying as he did in the first race. So it looks to be a promising race for him as well. Oh, Jens Klos has managed to improve his time, and that makes him P1 instead of P2. Oof! That's his teammate, Olivier Biltink.
Yeah,
Probably maybe a little bit frustrated from his teammate passing him by in the very last lap of the session. Let's have a look. The results should be coming in very soon. They're still not, but they will be coming.
yeah. iRacing is closing off the qualifying session, and once that's done, we can show the grid for this race.
Of course, it's already very clear that the front row will be occupied by the two Sim District by Vibe Sport cars. Jens Schols in first and Olivier Biltink in second, followed very closely by only 0.3 of a second. It's Maxime Robroek from Flemish Sim Sports Red and his teammate Maarten Dekens. Both drivers that were also in the top 3 yesterday at the Digitrax F3 League. Top 2 even, I would say.
There's still somebody waving the the checkered flag, as we can see there in the distance. So that means that we also have to wait for the results.
Mm-hmm.
The poor guy, his arm is going to fall off shortly if if it takes a lot longer to have the results.
Yeah, I think so. I think the delay of iRacing is due to some drivers that are still in pit lane and didn't really exit the car. That's when iRacing has some difficulties to finish the session, but will be solved in no time.
Yeah,
In
we
the
just have
meanwhile,
to.
I can already talk about the third row of the grid, because in the third row we have Jeremy de Boever and Wout Goossens.
Okay, now we should have the
Yes.
results. Yeah.
So the
So
third row, as I said, was Wout Goossens, Jeremy de Boever, and then Wout Goossens, followed by Glenn Grondelaars and Gilles Philippaerts. Oh, that's a bit much. Yes.
yeah, next we have Dirk Bouts in P9. P10 is Dries Muji. 11th place Dieter de Vlaming, Jesse Hendricks, P12, P13 Dieter Aerts, P14 is Kurt van Hoenacker. Next we have in 15th place Kim Beheid, followed by Tim de Hond in P16. P17 is Navarro de Boever, Hendrik de Grave P18. Then we have in 19th place Pieter Ergoses, 20th place is Sven Kalwert, 21st Guus Franke, 22 James Slaats, and then we have one more left, and that is Bram van Uitven in P23. And we are waiting for everybody to show up behind the pace car, because it's not a full lap of not a full pace car lap, just a small part of the track. We just have to manage the last chicane actually, and then we can go racing.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be, I think, a quite exciting start, being it a rolling start. So that means they have lots of speed when approaching Eau Rouge and Radillon with the cold tires. So, but of course, with the two teammates of Sim District by 5 Esport on the first row and Flemish Sim Sports Red on the second row, I expect that they will respect each other a lot and just give the room.
Yep. And we see the pace car take off, so that means that everybody can start moving. For some reason, Olivier Bulting is waiting a little bit. Okay,
he was still typing in the chat on YouTube,
probably,
I think.
yeah. Time to focus now. So stop typing, start driving.
As they go through the bus stop chicane. Sim District by V-Sport, followed by Flemish Sim Sport Red. Let's see if this is going to cause some racing and overtaking in the first corner. Jens Scholz is going early. Olivier Bulting trying to close the door for Maxime Robroek, and he succeeds, but then it's Maarten Dekes getting closer and closer as well. Now forming a line onto the straight. Seems like they all come through.
Just hold on. I was holding my breath, not saying anything. Just wait. Oh, there is a... I don't think that there was actual contact with the car in front. That was... And some... Oh, two other cars, I believe. Looks to me it was Kurt van Hoenacker. I think I saw in one of the Vortex cars as well. Is that Dieter de Vlaming? Yes, it is.
Yes, I think it was Dieter de Vlaming indeed. I'm not sure if there was any contact. Maybe some hard racing. That's something we will have to review later on.
Yeah, I think...
Right now,
which of the... It was not Maarten Dekes. Who was it of the Flemish cars that lost the car? Was it Maxime?
it was Maxime Robroek, yeah, indeed.
I think it was on the brakes actually that he lost the rear. I'm not sure, but because we only saw a smart portion of the incident, but it looks to me like he made a mistake while braking.
Yeah, that's easily done in the first corners of the race.
Yeah, with two other cars going off, I think everybody else just avoided more contact actually. So good job by everybody. Although we lost Sven Kalbert, or did he not take the start? I'm not sure.
In the back, there is still some battling going on, even after the spin from Robroek. He's now chasing Guus Franke. He just passed James Slaats as well.
Yeah, he's got three Vortex car in front of him and another Vortex car behind.
Yeah, they're not gonna let him pass easily, that's for sure. That's
Oh, one of them going into pit lane. Could be Dieter de Vlaming, maybe. Yeah. So maybe some damage for him. In front, Jens Gosses is leading the way, followed by his teammate. And Jeremy de Boever in P4, following nicely as well, as is Wout Gosses.
Yes, indeed, they really benefited from the situation when they didn't really lose any time when Robrook had a spin, and yeah, they just managed to keep up the pace, and it's looking promising for them early on in the race. Dieter Aerts in the chase for Kurt van Hoenacker, who's currently driving in P11, managed to gain already 3 positions in the first 2 laps of the race, or first lap and a half even. The BMW of Tim de Hond.
Yeah, still no bra paint.
Still no bra paint, yeah. He did drop a message in the Discord though.
Okay.
Currently chasing Bram van Aertsen. I think Bram van Aertsen, he was the one that started in last and has already gained 8 positions.
Yeah, avoided all the shenanigans in the start. So yeah, could gain some places.
Yes, indeed, and that puts him into the points as well. There's points to be given between P1 and P20, so. But he does give the position away to Tim de Hond. Tries to keep his head cool, just like he did in lap 1. And James Slats passing his Vortex teammates. Tires are getting up to temperature, so that means that the pace will continue to rise as well. It's always impressive to watch those GT3 cars go through Eau Rouge. It's gotten a lot more difficult though in real life with the new sausage curb. I don't think they added it in iRacing yet.
No, it's still an old scan. Should be updated. Actually, just like Circuit Zolder should have an update as well.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure if they scheduled it already. I think they tend to focus more on the newer developments.
Yeah, although they did scan Zandvoort. But
oh
of
yeah,
course
that's
you
right.
have Max Verstappen, so that's probably one of the reasons why Zandvoort got an update.
That's quite possible, yeah. But Verstappen is semi-Belgian, so maybe they can do Spa and Zolder as well then.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him to put in a good word to iRacing.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeremy de Boever hanging on to Maarten Dekens very nicely.
Yes, absolutely. Especially with the long straights, there's lots of slipstream, so that makes it easier to keep up with. The BMW also tends to have a little bit more top speed than the other cars. But it all depends from the setup, of course, because the setups in this championship are open.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jens Goos is pulling away ever so slightly, so he gains about a tenth. But together they are pulling away from Maarten Dekens and Jeremy de Boever as well.
I see that Brian is asking in the chat where he can sign up for this league. You can sign up through the Discord channel of Dynamixx. I'm not sure if I can drop the link here, but I can give it a try. Yes, there you go. Brian, you can find the link in chat. Meanwhile, Jeremy de Boever still staying very close to Dekens. And that's the same for Glenn Grandelaars as well, staying very close to Uitgos, even
It's
too close for
nice
comfort.
move.
Very nice move on the inside
Again,
of
holding my
the
breath,
goal.
but yeah, indeed.
I was almost gonna say that's too close because I thought they were gonna
Yeah.
hit each other, but it was a very clean overtake, it seemed.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, I'm not sure about who we are missing, but I think these are at the moment are all Belgian drivers in the league at the moment, and yeah, I think so. So I'm just looking at the timing here, and I see Bram van Uitven. Did he went into pit lane? For some reason, it looks to me like he went into pit lane, or is it? Yeah, 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, he does have a pit count. Did he get a drive-through already?
I don't think so. We have Dieter de Vlaming still in pit lane as well. We saw him coming in at the end of lap 1. It was, I believe. Not sure why Bram went in as well. He jumped to pits. Ooh, I think he had a crash actually.
Ooh. Now we will have to review the other crashes as well. But
Jeremy de Boever again very close to Maarten Dekens.
I think he's just trying to take profit of the very strong pace of Maarten Dekens and make use of the situation to keep up with the front runners.
Yeah, they are losing time. So it was 1.8 the previous lap. It's now 2.2. So they are losing some time. And Olivier Bultink, Jens Goossens is, yeah, it's about the same time. So they have the same pace at the moment. Olivier Bultink a little bit closer to Jens Goossens at the moment. It was 0.7 the lap before, now it's 0.5.
All right, I think I found the incident with Maxime Robert, so if you want, we can have a look at it.
Yeah, let's have a look at that opening. Yeah, I think it just he was closer to the car in front than he thought, and I think he just hit the brakes a bit harder, and then yeah, there was some people going off track because of that. At first, I thought that Kurt van Hoenacker spun as well, but it was not the case. So it was only.
I think it was his teammate Dieter de Vlaming indeed, and then he got hit by Tim de Hunt as well in the process. Oh, yep. Jochen confirms indeed in the chat that Bram had a crash, so unfortunate event for him.
Yeah, maybe we can have a look at that as well if we find the time.
Yes, I think I found it. Let's have a look at Bram van Uitven. Oh, that's not gonna be a good one.
No.
I was a little bit too late.
Oh, that's yeah. And the damage model doing its thing very nicely. A sliding front bumper as well.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Oof, very good line there from Navarro de Boever in the
Yeah,
chase of
this could
Peter
be an attack.
Gosses. Peter Gosses, who had his first race in the championship last round, joined a little bit later, but did manage to score some solid points in his first debut. Stays ahead of Navarro de Boever. I really thought Navarro de Boever was going to have a move at the end of the straight before Les Combes.
Yeah, but looks like the Audi has some overspeed. Hoover going a little bit wide in the first part of the corner, although you can have some different lines in that one. Some people tend to stay on, go early to the inside and keep on the inside very long. Others, they turn in a little bit later and create a later apex. This could become a move as well in the braking zone, maybe, although yeah, still too far off. Looks to me like the Porsche is a bit down on top speed, maybe. I don't know, not sure.
Yeah, it seems like it. I'm not sure if he's holding back or he just has a little bit of less top speed. Yeah, it's possible. It's difficult to say when you're not driving yourself.
Yeah, but then again, if you look at the front, we have two Porsches leading, so yeah, overall they are not slow, that's for sure, because Jens and Olivier are in front of everybody at the moment.
Yes, indeed, but they are still quite close to each other. Jens Scholzes, who started in pole position, followed by his teammates, the championship leader in second position. Both have proven to have some very fast pace in this championship. Last round, Olivier Bultink took the win with a gap of 37 seconds. So you don't do that when you're slow.
Indeed. Yeah, I'm wondering if he will go for a move on his teammate or just sits behind, maybe save some fuel.
Maxime Robroek is making his way back up in the standings after he dropped back. Oh! That's his teammate, Dieter Aerts.
Oh, and some other cars have to take evasion action as well.
They're not in the same team, but still driving for Flemish Sinsports. Dieter Aerts driving for White, and Robroek driving for Red. He joins in between the two Vortex teammates.
Yeah, I think he lost about 5 places.
Yeah, he must have. No, even more, I think. He was in P13, so that's 7 positions that he lost.
Okay.
That's going to cost him a lot of points. But yeah, still 59 minutes to go, so...
yeah, and he kept it out of the wall, so that's important as well. Huh? I mean, but he is struggling. His tires didn't like that spin, that's for sure. So the first couple of corners, it's going to be tricky.
iRacing is always very fast to give out punishments for those that spin the tires.
Yeah.
It takes longer to recover from it than it takes to cause it.
Yeah. This is a battle of the Audis. The Audi of Van Hoenacker and Bouts. Van Hoenacker driving as a privateer, while Dirk Bouts is one of the Vortex team members.
Oh, and then I see that there's been a pass at the end of the straight, just before, right before Les Combes. Jeremy de Boever made a pass on Maarten Dekens.
It's a good thing we have technology to go back in time, and we can probably have a look at that overtake shortly.
Yes, let's see if he can keep the position for now. Maybe we're gonna see a move just like we saw a couple laps earlier in Double Gauche with the impressive overtake on the inside. I think Jeremy de Boever has been practicing a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely fighting for this podium, and we all know Maarten Degens. He's not slow, so Jeremy doing a very great job, as is Maarten, of course. But yeah, they both will have to work for their position, that's for sure. And that's what we like to see, of course. We like to see some racing and some battling,
Absolutely.
as long as it is a clean fight. We are in for it.
Yeah, Maarten Dekens already had a podium yesterday, so he'll have to give this one to Jeremy. He deserves it.
Yeah, something tells me nobody in this field is going to give away a possible podium, actually.
I really, really doubt it.
I think no racing driver or sim racer ever wants to give away a podium. Oh, that's a very late break of the Ferrari there by the Flemish one. Very close.
Yes, indeed. That was Hendrik de Graaf, currently driving in P10. But P7, Dries Mujdi is very close by.
Yeah, Dries was performing well as well in Suzuka, but then had some issues at the end of the race. But yeah, P7, so he gained some places as well, and he's quick as well. So,
if I remember correctly, he was also very quick in the Renault Clio in the Clio Cup last year.
Indeed.
This is something different, but it's still racing.
Yeah, he's trying to break the slipstream a little bit.
Yeah, you could really see still the BMW getting closer, so it might be that it has a little bit more top speed, but just like 1 km/h, maybe 2. It's not going to be much. But he still manages to stay ahead of Gilles Philipparts.
Yeah. I'm not sure, Jean, if you can find the overtake of Jeremy de Boever on Maarten Dekens.
I sure can. Let me have a quick look.
Yeah, in the braking zone, very nice. And also Maarten Dekens, yeah, leaving the space, as they say.
Yeah, he will be patiently waiting for to be able to make his pass, but he did lose a little bit.
Yeah,
like a 1 second gap between both drivers.
Yeah, that means that Jeremy is probably breaking the slipstream now. So if he can do some good laps without mistakes, this could be this could become some important laps for him if he can have like 2 or 3 quali laps to break away from Maarten.
Yes, indeed, but he will have to watch out for the tires. They should be able to do the full race on one set of tires, but if you mess them up, then you will definitely have to take tires, and that's going to cost you another 10 seconds in the pit lane. It seems that there's been a crash for Jesse Hendricks. Let's have a quick look what happened there.
Yeah, and I think Navarro de Boever as well. Just a slide, yeah. Nothing. Ooh.
That was a pretty risky one.
Yeah.
Navarro de Boever entered pit lane indeed.
There's a crash as well. Oh, also high speed. Oh.
Very good reaction from the BMW number
Yes,
20. That's Maarten Dekens.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think
also Peter Goss.
The racers are getting overconfident because
yeah, it's a really a crazy moment. Is that oh, that's a bit of contact. That's a push. Yeah.
That's a push
Um,
indeed.
I, it looked like a push from this camera angle. I always have to be careful. Um,
I think
and I
I
think,
think it was Navarro de Boever, wasn't it?
yeah, it was one of the. Oh yeah, that nose is hit as well. So probably is going to be, yeah. Not sure, but yeah, they're oh, Olivier Bultink and Jens Goossens are also fighting for position. There was a small switch again, and yeah, the timing was
Yeah, it
not
was
consistent at the moment, but we,
flipping out a little bit,
yeah,
but no worries. We can always have a look back.
yeah. Yeah,
Let's
and Peter
see.
Goossens is not going to like that because I believe that in Suzuka the same thing happened actually.
Oh, that's why the timing was a little bit off, maybe.
Maybe a blink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been a small connection loss, maybe. But that means that Olivier Bultink is indeed leading the race at the moment.
We still didn't really see the pass, though. I'm unsure of what happened there.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was a connection issue, maybe because the timing was. Although
This must be it.
this must be the pass.
A poor exit of Jens Goossens, or maybe a slowdown.
Slowdown. Yeah, that's a
I
slowdown.
think, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a slowdown. Yeah.
Thanks, Jochen and Simon. Always happy to be broadcasting, you know, especially when the racing's exciting. I think we haven't had a full 10 seconds of nothing to see.
Yes, I was I was about to say I have held my breath a few times already. Some oohs and ahs were there as well, so that means that exciting stuff is going on.
we should be pronounced as athletes because it's quite exhausting sometimes. You have to be able to hold your breath for quite a long time sometimes, yeah.
And Dries Muji is also very close to Gilles Villeparts at the moment, so he's really on a mission.
Yeah.
Both,
Indeed.
yeah, they are fighting for P7.
I think Dries Mujdi used to be P7, but he must have lost out on the position. So that means Gilles Philippas made an overtake.
You are correct, Jean.
According to Stéphane Le Guin. Or
Lagoon?
how you, yeah, I'm not sure. We're still figuring it out. Athletes don't drink, but I think I'm the proof of the contrary.
Well, I don't drink, so.
But you smoke, so.
Yeah. A nice battle here. Dieter Aerts.
With the overtake on Guus Franke in the blue Porsche. Very clean pass right before Les Combes. Let's see about the gap between Bultink and Goossens. 1.1 seconds, so the gap has stayed stable. Jeremy de Bouvre managed to win a second though. After the overtake between Bultink and Goossens. Maarten Dekens did lose the slipstream, and it shows. He's lost 1.6 seconds to Jeremy de Bouvre.
Yeah, one of the closest battles on track is now between Dries Moesdy and Gilles Philippaerts. And then also, Kurt van Hoenacker, Tim de Hond and Dirk Bouts. They're not, although, yeah, Dirk Bouts, Jesse Hendricks. That's a battle that's going on as well. Here we have Gilles Philippaerts.
And there are the two Ferraris of Hendrik de Grave and Kim Behet. Getting closer and closer. 0.2 of a second there. Two drivers in pit lane still, James Slaats and Navarro de Bouvre. Navarro de Bouvre after the incident, I'm not sure what happened with James Slaats.
He had a crash as well.
Industry by IB Sports quite dominant in a championship. If they manage to finish like this with a 1-2, then they are really going to extend the lead. Because the closest contenders are Flemish Sim Sports Red, and that's Maarten Dekens in P4 currently, and Maxime Robroek in P11 already. Yeah. Impressive. He dropped back to P23 after the incident in the first lap, and managed to regain 12 positions already.
Yeah, and he now has a wall of Flemish Sim Sports to clear, because the two Ferraris of Behet and De Grave are in front of him.
I think they will let him pass quite nicely, since they're still driving for the same team. They only score for different teams in this championship, but we'll see if they can, if they make a team call, or maybe the pace of Maxime will be so fast that he just shoots by them on the straights.
Oh, has to be careful not to pick up a slowdown there.
Yeah, quite on the limit there.
I do hope race control is still awake, actually.
I didn't see any messages popping by.
No, that's a good thing, actually. So, yeah.
I think I jinxed it. Oh, no, that's still an old one. There was a stop and go for car number 23.
Yeah, that's from a previous race, I believe.
No, that's tonight. No, that's one for tonight. So a stop and go for 23. That's why James Slaats was in the pit lane. He had a stop and go.
Indeed. Yeah. So was that maybe with the incident of Peter Goossens then? Probably.
Quite sure it will be because of that, yeah. That's the least of penalties you can give for an incident like that. That was super avoidable. No need to push there. Just wait for the straights and pass on the straights. That's way easier than trying to make a pass in Eau Rouge Radillon. Patience is key.
Yeah. And I wanted to say something positive, and then yet we still have a penalty, but it's just one. So all in all, so far the racing has been very clean. We have seen some very nice maneuvers already, with respect of all the drivers involved. And that's a pit stop.
Hendrik de Graven going into pit lane, yeah. He probably felt the pressure from Robroek a bit too much and thought it might be a good idea to come into pits now. That means that maybe my teammate Kim Behet will try to get away from Maxim and close the slipstream. Another pit stop happening right now. Tim de Hond driving into pit lane. So some pit stops already happening when we're not even half through to the race. Maybe it might be a good time to say something about the rest of the championship, Ronald. What do you think?
I would say shoot.
So we have still 3 rounds to go. So 20th of February, it will be at the mystery track, followed by Long Beach and Hockenheimring. But the mystery track, we know it.
Yeah.
That's it's always nice to know something that other people don't, but we can give a hint, so the people in chat can have a guess maybe. I think I've got a safe hint.
Yeah, I have one as well. So you go first, and then we will give 2 hints.
Formula 1 has raced on the track.
Yeah, indeed.
Was that the same as your hint, or wasn't it?
No, it's something else. My hint is it's in Dutch. So
maybe let's have them a guess first, and then we'll see if they can find it already.
Okay, yeah. So I will keep my hint for me at the moment.
We'll just wait for a first guess. Oh, Jochen already guessing for Circuit Mette, but that's gonna be pretty difficult since we don't really have the track in iRacing. Unless maybe he wants to develop it. I wouldn't say no, I really love the track. But it's not going to be Mette. Well, Long Beach, Stefan is asking for Long Beach, but that would be pretty silly to do 2 Long Beach rounds in a row. It's easier because you need less practice, but...
Yeah, I'm just gonna give my tip as well, because otherwise people are just going to drop tracks in chat. My tip is... Ik ben ijscrème. Easy. Easy. You should know it by now.
I'm curious about the guesses in the chat.
But you got it. I mean, you understand.
I know the track name.
Okay, so you understand the tip as well, I believe. I hope so.
Can you repeat it?
Ik ben ijscrème.
No, I don't really get it actually.
Oh, okay.
But maybe I'm just stupid and other people in chat do know it.
Let's get back to the racing, and some other tips will follow, but for now we go back to the racing.
Robroek fell back to P15, but that's because he made a pit stop as well. So managed to drive up to P10 before his pit stop. Now he's in P15 with still more than 30 minutes on the clock. More than 40 minutes even. We're not even halfway. I think Jochen got the hint.
Dirk Bouts is also very close to Van Hoenacker. If I have a look at the timing at the moment.
Jeremy de Boer is still going strong in P3. Martin
Yeah.
Dijk is 1.3 seconds away.
Yeah, very, very solid race so far.
And only 5 seconds behind the top row of the race, Biltink and Goossens.
Yeah, Goossens is also closer to Olivier at the moment. It was about 1 second, and it has come down to about half a second at the moment. We also could have a look at the fight between Dirk Bouts and Van Hoenacker, because it seems like they are very close to each other. Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, indeed.
2 Audis. Oh. I think Dirk Bouts had to push the brakes there a bit more, because he was really faster in the first section of that chicane.
Yes, indeed. Very strong there. Super close to each other in Les Combes. Let's see if they are going to make any moves. Not at the moment. Got separated just a little bit. No guesses after the hint. I think, yeah, Jochen, of course, he knows it, so he's not going to spoil it.
I dropped a link in our chat as well, so if you want to have a look at that, then you will guess it as well, probably. Or you know the track, but then the hint will become a bit more clear, as we see Dirk Bouts going for an overtake while Van Hoenacker is defending on the inside. This could become a run to La Source, but I think Dirk is too far off to make a pass or try to do something. All he can do is try to put the pressure on Kurt. He's very close, so this could become an overtake, but he has to wait probably. Just stay close, but not too close. Yeah, looks like a good exit, and he has got the slipstream now. Van Hoenacker forcing him to the outside. Still there. Just let the engine do the talking at the moment as we watch this battle going on. Also an important piece of track, this one, because it's very easy to pick off an off track there as well. You have to stay in the limits of the track.
And so the battle continues. Also, Dries Moujdi driving very closely to Gilles Philippaerts. Oh, he just lost a couple of tenths of a second. Let's go have a quick look. Just past the bus stop onto the finish line. I figured out your hint.
Okay.
It wasn't easy, I must say.
No, but it shouldn't be easy.
It's. I mean, props to you for figuring it out. Do you know any other hints?
Let me think about that.
I'll say something else. The track length is just under 5 kilometers.
So it's not going to be the Nordschleife, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can rule that one out. Dirk Bouts again, trying to find a way around Kurt van Hoenacker, who is defending very hard. But keeping the position.
Yeah, he was really waving on the straight before
Yeah, trying to
Lecombe.
find a way through, but...
Trying to find a way and making clear to Kurt van Hoenacker that he's going to make a move very soon. He feels like he has more pace to give, and that's what he will do when he passes Kurt van Hoenacker.
Yeah, but Kurt not impressed at the moment. Although he has to make sure that he doesn't go, he doesn't defend too hard, because then you are going to compromise your own lines as well. And then you will lose time probably, so just have to focus, look ahead. Be aware of Dirk, of course, but eyes forward and focus on the next corner. Dirk very close again. This could become another attack in the braking zone. Van Hoenacker again defensive on the inside. Oh, this is a pass. Nice one.
And that's a clean pass for Dirk Bouts. Getting past Kurt van Hoenacker. And making his way up to the top 10. Still not in the top 10 yet. Currently in P10 is Jens Goossens, but that's probably due to his pit stop. Yeah, he did pit just 1 lap ago, I think. Olivier Bulting still driving on top of the board. Jeremy de Boever P2 now, after the pit stop of Jens Goossens, followed by.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yep, Maarten Dekens P3.
Yeah,
for
indeed.
Flemish
And
Sports.
the gap between de Boever and Dekens has become about 2 seconds and 2.2 seconds. So Jeremy pulling slightly away.
Gilles Philippaerts leading the pack, followed by Dries Moujdi and Kim Behet, fighting for P6. All 3 drivers have made up for some positions in this race. Kim Behet making up 7 positions. Oh, and Dries Moujdi on the inside. Outside is Kim Behet in the Ferrari. Couldn't really make it. Oh, and it goes into the pit lane. Not sure why he did that.
Also the BMW as well.
Yes, indeed. Also Gilles Philippaerts going into pit lane. Olivier Bultink in pits as well. And Jeremy de Boever in the blue Porsche. So that means Maarten Dekens is now leading this race at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps.
These guys are not going into pit lane. They are still fighting for position. A nice battle that is going on for some laps already.
I'm pretty sure Kurt van Hoenacker will wait to pit until Dirk Bouts pits so that he can use his slipstream and make sure that the gap doesn't get any bigger between Bouts and van Hoenacker. Let's see how Maxime Robrook is doing. He did his pit stop already. He was P10 before he pitted. Now he's P12 with a, let's see, 9/10 of a second gap to Gilles Philippaerts, another Flemish Sin Sports colleague.
Yeah, we have 4 Flemish cars in a row. So if we would play 4 in a row, they would win, but that's not the case. It's still a race, so no points for having a 4 in a row.
I have another hint for
Okay.
the mystery track guesses. The track we are talking about is run in an anti-clockwise direction.
That narrows it down to not so many tracks, actually.
Exactly. So it should be a good hint.
Yep.
It could be Circuit Mété, but unfortunately it's not in iRacing yet. Let's see, Kurt van Hoenecker. He's still in the chase of Dirk Bouts. 9/10 of a second is the gap now, so he lost that with quite a bit in the last lap, but that's still enough to gain some slipstream here on the straight between Radillon and Les Combes. In the head in the Ferrari, closing in on the BMW of Maxime Robrook. You see the gap narrowing down. Let's see if he can make a move before Les Combes here. Staying in the slipstream. Is he going to move out or not? No, he's patiently waiting. Maybe he's going to make a move in one of the next laps. I think... Let's see, Tim de Hond is out of the race. I saw him type a message in chat that he had some front end wheel damage, so quite unfortunate. Did
Yeah.
put down a pretty good race last round, if I remember.
I will throw in another tip. Jurassic Park. That's the tip.
Yes. It wasn't the last race for Tim de Hond. It was the first round at Daytona where he finished very solid. Last race he finished in P12, which was pretty good, but he had too many incidents in the last round and had to take the drive-through. But if you don't complete a penalty, you get a bigger penalty. So that's when iRacing put him down in P18. So Kim ahead, getting closer and closer to Robrook again. It seems like he has a lot of speed on the straights. It's not Interlagos, Matthias, but I wouldn't say you're far off.
We do not accept
Bing, bing, bing,
R's.
bing, bing,
no,
bing,
no,
bing.
no.
We
do
have a
not,
winner.
We do not accept R's. You have to say it. Okay, like that. Yeah, so indeed
We've
it
got
is.
a winner.
Yeah, it's Imola. So I am ijskrem is I am Ola.
It's so far-fetched.
Yeah. And
mean-
Jurassic Park, sorry, is you have a lot of dinos.
Oh my god. You're such a dad.
And the full name of the track, I have to look it up because I forget forget it all the time.
You're asking for the full name, or?
Yeah, it's Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari. So the Dino is in there. So that's why
Yeah.
Jurassic Park. So yeah. But indeed, it will be Imola. It's one of the tracks. I really like the track.
Yes, it's an amazing track. Also for the Digitrax F3 League, the first round was at Imola, and it's always a very nice race to watch, but to race as well. It's a exciting track.
Yeah. An exciting battle here between teammates as well. Ferrari versus BMW.
People are commenting that you should stop drinking, Ronald. So it's pretty worrying that you don't even drink, and people are saying that.
I just live in my own world, so
You're just all in for the dad jokes.
it's the age.
This time you said it, I didn't.
Now, by the way, because could you verify, did Jesse Hendricks went into pit lane actually already? I believe so. Or not?
Let's have a look. No, he did not have a pit stop yet. So Glenn Grandelaars, Wout Goossens, Dries Moujdi and Jesse Hendricks still have to pit. And I think Dirk Bouts as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have to manage the setup I have here. I'm streaming now with 2 PCs and one screen is just a bit too far and I can't really have a look at the timing in a decent way, so that's why I have to ask now and then.
You should put a bigger screen.
And I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah.
Kimberhead, are you going to make a move sooner or later? It looks like he has more pace in the first and last sector. But in the middle sectors, it's Maxime Robert who is fastest.
Yeah, at the moment it is the closest battle on track. Although, yeah, Olivier Bulting and Dries Moujdi are close as well, but that's not for position at the moment. It's for position, but we know that Dries Moujdi is in pit lane, and as is Wout Goossens at the moment as well.
Absolutely. Oof, what a transition. There's Olivier Bulting just passing the pit lane.
Yeah.
Back in the lead of the race, Jens Goossens has a gap of 5 seconds to his teammate in the lead. And that's probably due to his pit stop, because he had 3.4 seconds longer in pit lane.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's due to refueling or maybe tires. I don't think they took the tires, because their pit stop times are quite short. It's again Dries Moujdi with the fastest pit stop, or no, near fastest, just like last time.
Yeah, he's in front of Philippaerts now, coming out of pit lane. And Dirk Bouts need to come in as well, so that means that Moujdi will take P7.
Yep, indeed. Dirk Bouts still has to come into pits.
But he is on cold tires, and Philippaerts is very close at the moment.
Yes, indeed. So he'll have to drive on. Is not the best thing you can do in iRacing.
Idea either.
Yeah, but in real life it's more.
Yeah, he knows Philippaerts is close. He is trying to break the slipstream whenever possible. And going defensive now and then already, although not this time.
Start battling, because that's when he's going to be able to close the gap quite quickly. There's only 17 minutes on the clock left, so people will start to get nervous.
Yeah, I think we have about 8 laps to go, something like that.
Yeah, probably something like that, indeed. Through the bus stop chicane. Important exit here. Dirk Bouts going into pit lane this time, and also Diede de Vlaming again. Yeah, of course he already pitted early on in the race, but that was his stop and go penalty for the it was a repair, I think, after the incident in the
Yeah,
beginning
it
of the
was
race.
yeah, he had a spin in the
Indeed.
beginning of the race, indeed. Yeah, and also Jeremy de Boer extended his lead on Maarten Dekes because it was about 2.2, I believe, before the pit stop. It's now 2.6, 2.7, something like that. So also Jeremy gained some time in this or in that phase of the race.
Yes, indeed. His teammate James Laatsen, the number 23, the purple Porsche, just let him past. Not to make him lose any time, because he's going to want to keep on to that podium position. Maarten Dekes is very fast, doesn't really got the pace like the top runners have today. But who knows, maybe he'll come back in the final stages of the race.
Yeah, maybe let's have a look at the fight between Mujdi and Philippaerts again, because they are also very close to each other. And just behind them we have another close battle. That's the one between Robroek and Behead, but so far this is the closest battle that's going on at the moment.
Yes, indeed, and it's getting closer and closer. Less than 0.3 of a second. Now a good slipstream for Philippaerts at the straight before the bus stop and Blanchimont. So let's see. I hope he doesn't suffer too much from understeer in the Blanchimont, because it's an extremely fast corner. Makes a good run, goes on the outside right before bus stop. Will have to do something in the braking zone to stay beside. So he has the inside of the left turn here, and he's going to make the move. Yes, very, very nice move from Philippaerts on Dries Mujdi, which puts him in P7 again after the pit stops. Dries Mujdi jumped to P7. Now it's Philippaerts in P7, Mujdi P8. And thanks to this battle, Maxime Robroek managed to gain a second. And will be joining the other gentleman to battle for P7 as well, quite soon.
Yeah. And again, we saw some respectful driving as well between the two cars here.
Yes, absolutely. Now it's time to for Maxime Robroek to try and get away from Kim Behead and closer to Mujdi.
Yeah, Mujdi letting Philippaerts know this is not over yet. Just showing his nose again.
And so the battle for P7 continues. Only 1 second between P7 and P10. So that's going to... Oh,
what happens?
What happened there? Some issue for Gilles Philippaerts. I'm not sure what happened. He just disappeared off of the screen.
Yeah, we should try to have a look at that actually. Because
yes.
it's
Let me...
Did he miss his braking point, or was there any contact? Not sure. I just saw it on the timing. Oh, he lost the rear.
Oh yeah, that's going to cost him a lot. Unfortunately for him, that means that Mujdi just has to focus on his times and make sure he can get away from Robroek. But Robroek is closing in though. He gained 0.2 of a second again. Kim Behead stays in a very similar and stable gap.
Yeah.
Philippaerts lost 5 seconds because of the mistake.
Yeah, he was lucky. He had some runoff area there as well.
Yes, indeed. This could have been very differently.
Yeah.
That's the number 7 Porsche Navarre Boever. Did he get out of pit lane just now, or did he
Yep.
let all the drivers through? I'm
No.
not sure.
He came out of pit lane.
0.3 of a second now between Robrook and Mujdi, so that means that the battle is on. Robrook will put the pressure on until the end of the race. Probably try to pass as soon as possible so that his teammate Kim Behet can have a go as well.
Yeah. Now, I must admit, my first hint was probably as difficult as pronouncing the name of Stefan.
I think the hint was easier then. Wait, I have someone next to me. I'll just ask them how they would pronounce this name.
Okay.
How would you do it?
Stefan Le Guin.
Oh,
Okay,
that's a
Stefan,
familiar
let us know.
voice, I think.
Yes, I think you know the voice,
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah.
It's Stan from the first season of the Virtual Belcar Sprint Sky Limit Sprint Cup. It is a similar voice indeed. But Stefan, let us know. I'm not sure if it's correctly because I think I pronounced it like that as well. But I've tried everything. Stéphane Lejoin, Stéphane Lejean, Stéphane Lejean.
Stefan Le Guin.
Le Guin, oui oui.
Le Guin.
Oh, wrong. Le
Oh.
Guin?
One day we will find out. So that
One day
mystery,
we'll find out,
yeah,
and then
that
he
mystery
will buy
be
us lots of
will be
beers.
solved at one point.
Yes. Alright, Maxime, what are you gonna do? I think he's going to put the pressure on really now. 0.4 of a second, so now he has to focus on Eau Rouge Radillon, and then there's a long straight with a good slipstream to take profit from. Oof, Stefan, wrong, and wrong. We're not gonna find it, Stan, sorry. 0.2 of a second, less than 0.2 of a second. Let's see, is it gonna go close down to 0.1 of a second? Yes, less than 1/10. They're going side by side now, side by side into Les Combes in the braking zone. Maxime stays beside. Don't spin this time.
Yeah,
just
pass.
Yeah, that's a clean pass. No contact whatsoever. No spins either.
Yeah,
so that means that the battle is on.
No.
Indeed. Now the position P7 is for Robrook, and Kim Behet is still in P9, but will be making a move probably quite soon to make the pass Andries Mujdi for P8. Here he is going on the outside in the braking zone.
That's very
Defending
close.
line for Mujdi, very close here to each other. And it's the inside now for Behet. Mujdi gets a little bit offset from his line, and that's costing him another position.
Yeah, but great driving again by everybody here. Again, I was holding my breath.
Oh, and that's Kim Behet making a mistake.
Holding his breath as well, probably.
We should find a French-speaking person. He'll probably get it right. Okay. Yeah. I'll ask someone. I'll try another one. Stéphane Le Guin. I really hope we're gonna figure it out before the end of the championship. Let's have a look at the leader. Olivier Bultink, still same gap to his teammate, 5 seconds ahead. Has a clean sheet on in this championship with 30 points in round 1, 30 points in round 2, making it 60 points for him in the driver championship. And that's what puts Sim District by Vibe Esport, of course, in first position as well. Jens Scholzes also had a very strong race in the first round, but had some bad luck in the previous round. So that puts them with 83 points. Kim Behet caught up and has now a 6/10 of a second gap to Mujdi again. So he did lose a position, but it's not fatal for his race.
Yeah, and also I was thinking about the pit stops again. Also, Dirk Bouts gained some time in pit as well, because he and Kurt van Hoenacker were quite close to each other, and that's now also a gap of 2.8 seconds between them at the moment. So also Dirk Bouts gained some time in pit lane. And we can see that Jeremy de Boer is indeed pulling away from Maarten Dekens, still gaining a little bit each lap.
Jochen also making a guess in chat, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the winning guess. If it is, I just quit sim racing, you know. It's not worth it. Oh, Kim ahead, going very closely after Blanchimont on the outside here of the bus stop chicane, just like we saw pass before. Oh, a bit late in the braking.
Oh, and
yeah,
if he
he's
goes
not
that
going
way,
to keep that
that's going to
position
be
because he's going to have a massive slowdown.
Yeah, yeah. He was doing a floop flap flea.
Yeah. It was a good opportunity, but you have to remember to brake in the correct place. And that puts him under pressure again, this time from Gilles Philippas, the one that was driving in P7 in a couple laps prior, but fell back due to a slippery slide.
Yeah, although I don't think he got a slowdown actually. Maybe because he slowed down enough.
Yeah, he did slow down a lot. He
Yeah.
was also almost standing still, so maybe that's why. Maybe he found a glitch in iRacing. I'm going to have another guess. I just used Google Translate for the name, and I hope Google Translate has it right. Or that's my last guess of the night. Wait, let me play it again because I already forgot what it sounded like. Stéphane Le Guen. Please be right. Jeremy de Boer, with 2 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, he is still in a solid third position of the race, and a very solid race for him. Started in P5, worked his way up to P3, and managed to keep it and largen the gap to Maarten Dekens as well. Maarten Dekens, who is currently standing as on second position in the championship, so not one of the slowest guys around there. Jeremy de Boer scored 13 points in the first round, so that means in P8. No points in the last round, so he's going to rise a couple of positions in the standings after this race, if he gets to keep his position, of course. Ah, yes, Ronald.
Yes,
I got it
I've
right.
seen it.
He owes a few beers to Google. Well, you better owe the beers to me, because if you're going to offer everyone at Google a beer, then you better start racing in real life, because it's going to be less expensive.
Yeah, and if we have a look at the timing, both Olivier and Jens are the only cars that went under 2.18 seconds. Not by much, but still. Everybody else is just above 2.18. So that means that we will have to start focusing on Olivier as well, because he is getting closer to the end of the race. Yeah, we have a white flag.
Yes, just as he passes the finish line, the white flag is being waved, so that means that there's still 2 minutes and 18 seconds probably on the clock left. He's going to take his car to the finish line for another win in this championship. Very dominating. Also very good points if they manage to keep it like this, of course. Very good points for Sim District by Vibe Esport. They are going to extend their gap to Flemish Sim Sports Red, but also to SimPoint, of course, who is P3 in the championship. That's Bert Schollaert, who is currently not present today.
No.
And Wout Goossens, who is, but he's in P6, so there's still some points for them. Yes, indeed. Peter, P3 and P4 is Jeremy de Boever and Maarten Dekes. The battle between the guys without pedals. They use hand-controlled throttle and brake.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they
brake. I'm not sure about the throttle, but I think so, but I'm not
Yeah.
not sure anymore.
But they did put not a pedal, but maybe it's just a pedal, I believe. So, but they did put it to the medal as well tonight.
Kim Behet closed the gap again to Mujdi, by the way. He's now in. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, he
Less
managed
than
to
3
get
tenths.
by. Oh yeah, that was before. Sorry. Yeah, indeed, he was. He lost some time.
And there is the leader of the race approaching the bus stop chicane for the last time. And then he will pass the finish line with another win, 30 points in the bag. Another 25 points for Jens Goossens in the bag as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win to Sim District by Vibe Esport. Let's have a look at Navarre de Boever, the amazing performance he did today.
It's
Extremely
Jeremy de
happy.
Boever, but
Jeremy, indeed. Inderdaad. Glenn Grandelaars with
good
a
race.
solid P5 as well, so that's some good points for the championship as well. There's the Ferrari of Wout Goossens and the BMW for Flemish Sim Sports Red, Maxime Robroek, with a good race from P23, from P4 to P23 to again P7.
Yeah, Dries Muji holding off Kim Behet in P8 and Kim P9, and then Philip Aerts in P10.
There's Dirk Bouts, followed by Diede de Vlaming. Kurt van Hoenacker. And then there's the little gap. Dieter Aert, Flemish Sim Sports White, finishing in 15th position. followed by Guus Franke from Vortex, or formerly called DBRPM, in the blue Porsche. James Slots already finished, so I think everyone that was still in the car has finished the race. Only Tim de Hond, Pieter Goossens, Bram van Aertven, and Sven Kalbert are out of the race. Sven Kalbert didn't even really start. I'm not sure what happened there. That's quite unfortunate.
Yeah, maybe some technical issues.
So it's time to have a look at the standings. Let's see. Yes, the results for today. Olivier Bultink with a big win, another 30 points in the bag, and another 25 points in the bag as well for Jens Goossens. So that's 55 points for Sim District by Vibe Sport, the maximum you can earn. Followed by Jeremy de Boever from Vortex, then Maarten Dekens from Flemish Sim Sports Red. P5, Helene Grandelaars for Digitrack Sim Racing Team. Then it's Wout Goossens from Simpoint. Maxim Robroek with the comeback, also from Flemish Sim Sports Red, followed by Dries Moujdi, Dynamixx Racing Pink, Kim Behet, and then Gilles Philippaerts, both Flemish Sim Sports drivers. P11, Jesse Hendricks, Dynamixx Racing Pink, Hendrik de Grave from Flemish Sim Sports Yellow, then Dirk Bouts in P13, Kurt van Hoenacker, P14. Then it's P15 for Dieter Aerts. Guus Franke, followed by his 3 other Vortex teammates, James Slaats, Dieter de Vlaming, and Navarro de Boever. Then, unfortunately, some DNFs, Tim de Hond, and Bram van Aertven, Pieter Goossens, and Sven Kalbert.
Yeah, and as I look at the standings, I owe an apology to Guus Franke, because at one point I thought we were all Belgians, all people from Belgium in this league, but we do have Guus at the moment, and he has got a Dutch flag next to his name, so he's only half a Belgian. Yeah, again,
Well,
a nice race.
counts.
I really enjoyed this one. We saw some really nice racing, some incredible passes as well. Always very clean. Just a little incident between 2 cars, but that was actually all that happened. I don't think that race control had to hand out any other penalty, if I'm not mistaken. So very nice race.
Yes, indeed. It was very much fun to watch. Unfortunately, there's always some spins, but that gives us some action to watch in the broadcast, so I don't really mind.
No, racing, crashes, spins, those things do happen. But most of them happened when drivers were just on their own, losing the car on their own, no other issues, no contact. So very nice, clean race with some great moves and very respectful driving by everybody.
Absolutely. So that means we are halfway through the championship. We had the round at Daytona, then we had the round at Suzuka. Today we were at Spa-Francorchamps. Next time we are at the mystery track, which is not so mystery anymore. So that will be at Imola, followed by, was it Long Beach? Yes, it was Long Beach, and then we will have the final race at the Hockenheimring on the 2nd of April. So 3 more rounds to go. The next round will be in 3 weeks, again on a Tuesday night, just like tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope the guys will get in lots of practice laps so we can look at some upper class racing in 3 weeks.
Yeah, indeed. And it's a very nice track. So like I said before, I really like that track. It's not an easy one. I'm not saying I'm good at that track, but I do love it for some reason. Only that one chicane is a bit of a tricky one, but all the other yeah, everything else is very nice. You have those elevation changes as well. Aqua Minerale is very tricky, very exciting. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have a very nice race. If we look at the quality of the grid, I'm quite sure we will have a stellar race going on next time as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. So that means we can close the stream and just enjoy the race. Maybe watch the stream again. Who knows? Ronald, thanks for joining tonight.
Yeah, everybody, big thank you for staying with us, watching the race, guessing the track, guessing the name of Stefan as well. We definitely enjoyed this evening, so we do hope you did too, and we will see you all next time. Thank you, Jean, for joining me, and yeah, we will see each other next time as well.
Cheers. See you next time.
Good evening.
Do not forget, ik ben ijscream.
All right. We are all ice cream.